Hello, my name is India and welcome back to another little video where I'm showing you the process of me working on my manga. So today what we're going to do is we're going to compare my test prints that I did to my final prints because these came in the mail yesterday and yeah, there's a few little differences. So I think what we're going to start with is we'll go through the test print. So when I got the test print, which is this one here, overall, I was actually quite happy with how it came out since there weren't what I was worried about most was if there was sort of any problems with the text mainly and just the images, but they were all fine thankfully, so I don't really have to change anything to do with them. On the cover, because on the spine, I have a white spine on my books, so on the test print, even though the artwork that I uploaded, it was to specification, the white area didn't go quite towards all of the end of the spine. It sort of finished a few millimeters here and there just due to how it's printed, right? So what I ended up doing for the final print is extending that whiteness of the spine over onto the covers themselves, the cover image, so it all looks a lot more even. And it sort of goes over a little bit of the spine, but that's how I wanted it to be. So I'll show you some inlays of what I'm talking about just so you can see on screen what I mean. So there's that. Also, honestly, I was shocked I didn't realize this at first when I was working on the cover image itself. I did the image, I did the title, and I uploaded everything, but what I didn't think to do is, and this is really stupid, this is gonna sound so stupid, but I didn't put I put my name on the spine and the volume number, but I never put it on the front cover. Why? I don't know why I didn't. It just didn't, I didn't even think about it. So that's one thing I added to the cover. The actual image on the cover, that's all stayed the same with the blurb on the back, that's all the same as well. But yeah, added my name and who it's by, just my name, Story and Art by me, and I put volume 1, that's on the front cover as well now, not just on the spine. So we've got that. And the cover itself, I did also make it thicker because I noticed on the test prints, when they were sitting around for a while, some of the edges of the cover started to fold up just because the paper's not heavy enough. So that's also one thing I changed, and I'll show you the specifications that I had for the test print as well as the final print just on screen so you can see. But yeah, I'm really happy with how the cover came out in the end, on the final one. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Now, when it comes to the actual inside pages, I had to reformat everything pretty much again. Not as badly as when I had to do it before, because I honestly, the most time that I have wasted working on this is just because of reformatting pages. I probably wasted about at least just 1 month just working through that, just through multiple times. It wasn't just a change once. It's since what happened was, because originally I worked on it on Clip Studio, I think in a B4 size if I remember correctly, so it's larger because then I know I can shrink it down and the quality will remain good. So definitely work bigger, don't just work to size but definitely work bigger. But the problem is when I had a look at what format I wanted to print it in then, because I'm printing through Mixam, and to see what options they have available, I had to then reformat the pages so they fit properly since they didn't really. And also another thing is another formatting mistake I did, because at first this was originally made to be read right to left, but unfortunately, which I should have looked at beforehand honestly, but unfortunately Mixam doesn't offer right binding to paperbacks. So that was a no-go. So I either had to find somewhere else or redo everything. And I did have a look around for some other places that might be able to do it, but honestly they didn't seem as good and it would still be a lot more expensive for me. Whereas Mixam, with the settings that I end up choosing, it is affordable, at least for what I'm making, right? So that's why I end up choosing to redo everything. And mind you, at that time when I was doing this, I had about 160 pages done, so I had to redo all of them, especially like some of them I could just easily flip, but some I had to like redraw panels, I had to, and just like the text in general as well, I had to redo all that. And that got tricky because there was a point, especially in the starting chapters, maybe up to chapter like 3, because I was doing it quite a while ago, there was a point where my iPad broke that I was doing it on. So then I lost all the Clip Studio files. Thankfully I had the JPEGs, but obviously because they're JPEGs, everything's on just one layer, right? So if I wanted to change like the speech bubbles when I redid the pages now, I'd have to like redraw it basically, which I ended up doing for quite a few of the pages, but you know, whatever, I got it done. In the end I got it done. I thought that was the end of it, but clearly no, it wasn't, because then I had to reformat everything again to make it fit the Mixam size so it looks good on the page, since I think the B4, it was slightly off. There wasn't too much I needed to do, but that was a headache as well. And then the final time I had to redo my pages was after I got my test print, because even though most of them, like, it's pretty good, like nothing to do with the artwork, it's the fact that I did not leave enough space in the gutter. I thought I did, but I didn't. There's some bits that really start to get quite lost in the middle, so I had to redo them, and I just ended up redoing the whole book again. But that didn't take me as long, because I just had to literally just take it and move it up a little and maybe change a few little bits here and there. But that one thankfully didn't take as long, and I got that done. And while all that took a bunch of time, I did get through it. So please, if you take anything away from this video, is if you are even considering having your work printed, whether you're doing like a webcomic, manga comic, I don't care, whatever it is, just look at where you'd like to get it printed and look at what they offer, and then work around that. You will save yourself a lot of time and hassle and headaches, and probably save yourself like maybe months worth of work that you'd otherwise have to do to fit like a certain, format. So yeah, definitely do that. Don't make the same mistakes I did. Learn from me. But at least now I know how I need to do it, what I need to do. So hopefully for the next volume it will be a lot easier and it will go a lot smoother, and I won't need to bother with all this like redoing and reformatting. So after all that yapping about everything that could have possibly gone wrong with this, let me show you the actual thing, because in the end it all came together. So look guys, if you just make mistakes, you just gotta deal with it. You just gotta go own up to it and say, yes, I did this and now I need to change it. I just gotta grit my teeth and get it done. So that's what I did. And yeah, here's a final book. I actually quite like it. I love looking through it. I love that it's on my bookshelf with all my other books and all my other manga, and I love it. It's nice being able to actually hold the thing instead of just seeing it on a screen. So yeah, it's pretty cool and I'm really happy with it. I hope some of you guys found this video even a little helpful, just learning from my mistakes. And also when it comes to like the actual books, I am working on a website so where I can sell them from hopefully, but that's all still in the works and I'll keep you updated. But yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to say, and thank you for watching. Thank you for keeping up with me and my work, and I hope you stick around for more, and I'll see you next time.